Welcome to Film Study, an All American podcast with Lexi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share all of the videos on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever. Here are our predictions for Season 4, Episode 3, All I Need. Hope you enjoy it. Predictions for Episode 3. What do you got?
Okay, so predictions for episode 3. This is where the Ohio guy asked him
Oh, right.
to
I forgot about that. Right.
come and play with him.
Spencer is not going. I don't know why I'm jumping in so much tonight, but Spencer is not going to Ohio, people. Just
He's
know
not
that
going
right
to
now.
Ohio, people. And two, for some of you who don't know this, yes, high school football players can go and do some spring work with coaches, but it's only for a small limited time that they can actually do
Right.
that with NCAA. There's rules and regulations around that. But he's not going to Ohio, and I don't trust that man anyways. So I think Grace is going to jump in and ask Billy to go talk to Spencer, because Spencer's going to be like, "Mom, this is such a good idea. This is what I need for my next step in life." Blah 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 blah. And because him and Billy are at odds, he doesn't have Billy there to
Right.
talk this through. And that's when Grace is going to go and gather him and say, "Okay, I'm gonna need you to get over this, because my
Right.
son is about to try to go to another state,
Right.
and I need him to do what's best for him."
And I do think I think Grace is going to be the last call. His little Gracie
Of course, he gonna listen to his
is going to
Gracie.
be right. Is going to be the person that he actually listens to and
I'm telling
actually
you, Lord need to slap the dog crap out of him, but that's
very.
okay though.
And the funny thing is, I still think it's going to take another episode or two
Yeah,
for
he's
them
gonna.
to get back
Yeah,
to normal. But he's Grace is going to be the last little
yeah, he's
punch.
gonna go talk to Spencer and really tell him to think about Ohio or whatever. He's gonna talk to him after Gracie.
Right.
No, once his Gracie gives him this, "Come on, Billy, you're better than this."
Not you eating up Karima right now.
I love her though with her
Come
big
on,
boobs.
Billy. But no, she
Yeah,
definitely sounds like that.
yeah,
She's great. I love her
she's
too. But
great.
it is, I can hear when you say "Come on, Billy." It's just, I was like, that is absolutely what she's gonna say.
So we have that moment. Then we have Coop and
I don't. All this time in preparation for this moment, all I've been thinking about is that one line where she's just like, "You didn't buy me groceries, Billy Baker did." Why did she say it like that? Billy Baker
because
did.
she didn't want that man's money after
I
she
know,
already
but she
moved
was
her
anyway.
son
We
in and slept with him.
At
But that's
some
fine.
point in time, we're gonna do a conversation on Grace
Oh,
and
we are.
Grace as a parent.
Oh, we are.
Hopefully with Chanel.
Oh, I
Um,
wanted to be with Chanel. I want to. That would be so fun. Oh, we
because I
are.
also think it's interesting, right, that it takes her, because it's been a couple of weeks now, and
Hmm.
so it's taken her a couple of weeks to maybe notice some tension between. Anyway,
Or she probably
we'll
gave him
talk
some
about
space. But yeah,
right, right. We'll talk about it. We'll
we'll
talk
talk
about it.
about it.
So anyway, yes, that is your. What about other predictions? Is that it?
Oh no, oh no. We got Coop and Spencer because they're gonna be talking, because this will be the first time they're gonna talk post coma and post magical. I'm walking around with lung problems. Uh,
That's true. Yeah.
yes, and so they're gonna be
Not
talking.
magical. I'm
So, so they're gonna be talking, and I think they're at the swing set. And so
Oh
they
yeah. What's the last time we saw that thing? Was it
oh,
season
we haven't seen
two?
that swing set in a long time, but I'm writing about
Yeah.
that swing set because I love that swing set. But he so
Spencer should take Olivia to that swing set.
oh, they do in my writing. He
Mm?
does.
Love it.
Mm,
Love it.
yeah.
Sorry, but go
Hmm.
ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. Sorry, we're going on the sidetrack. Sorry, people. And so they're gonna talk about Coop and patience, and then about her really having lung issues and why she didn't tell him. Blah 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 blah. And then Spencer's going to talk about this Ohio decision, and he's like, you trying to leave, not try to leave, blah 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 blah." And so that part is going to happen. You also going to have in this episode the Olivia conversation
Hmm.
about Liv, because Liv is struggling with intimacy and sobriety all at the
Hmm.
same time, and figuring it out along her sobriety line. And
Right.
so this is going to be the setup another setup for the big event. This is not the big event. This is the setup for the big event in which Liv wants to tell Spencer, because everybody believes they're on that first date. They're somewhere. Like she's wearing this jacket or whatever. That
Yeah, I don't think it's their first date
oh
because
no, it's not the first. It's not the
they've
ratings.
been dating for while
Yeah,
now.
and it's not the ratings grab that NK and the team wants. So it's the setup though. It's the setup, and so the setup is the conversation around it. I hope, but I won't get this. I hope that sometime even next week or the time that they have their first time that we get some answers as to whether or not Liv slept with that man because I think she never had.
I
Um,
I
hope she
also
never.
think that she and Asher did not sleep together.
Yes. And so I hope we get that. Someone can get some clarity in that. I may put that on the Twitter timeline since they like to lurk, and see if they decide to go ahead and put that out there. I also believe we may get. I think this the episode where Layla finds the new rapper.
I don't remember if it's this one or if that's sometime in the future,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
So,
one
or
of
if not, Layla is seeking out her next step of like who
right.
she's gonna be.
Right. And
So,
maybe it's not because I think this would be maybe she's finding someone and then the outcome of
yeah.
finding someone is the next one.
Yeah, so I think this one is going to be when Lele is like, you know what, let me take full control of my music.
Right.
And since I don't have Coop anymore, because basically Coop left her in the
'Cause
dust.
yeah, Coop said music is dead. So music's
Yes,
gonna be
because
dead
the
for you,
music is
Coop.
dead, and she started this
I was
label for you.
excited about it.
Yeah, her music need to be dead, but Lele started this label
You
because of her.
laugh, so I will say nothing.
but but if
Why
she
am I clowning on this podcast? I don't
because
know.
this is just fun. This is such a fun episode. Everything. But if she left Lele by her with a label without a main artist, because Patience is
Right.
not a main artist yet, right? Patience is
Right.
just starting out on the label. Then
Hmm.
she needs to find someone. So she's gonna read. She's gonna think about it. Like, what do I need to do? And this may be the setup to go ahead and find that new rapper. But we're gonna get that, and then we may get a little bit more of like Coop and Preach, which I don't care about, and may hear about Coop's
No,
daughter.
I
So
don't
you know,
care
so
about
she's
it.
coming back.
I don't care about it.
Now,
I
can I
don't
just
care
say,
about
besides Gracie talking to Billy, here's what I want to happen in this episode
it.
three. That's
Mhm.
not going to happen. I want to see Dylan show back up.
I still need Dylan's reactions to Spencer and Olivia being
Look,
together because we
yes,
definitely didn't get it at the intervention.
and this would have been great. This episode three would be great for him to clown them, clown Spencer,
Correct.
do something.
Correct. Correct.
This would be
I'm
great. I would love for my Dylan to
100%,
show.
1000% behind you.
Yes, and then those are. I think those are. I don't know what Jordan's gonna do, and oh, Asher's gonna be woe is me. What's my next steps? Because he's still in his funk of like I created this heart problem. But you know what? I really don't care for that man. So yeah, whatever.
I think to touch on some things that you didn't touch on because
Hmm.
I think we're usually pretty well aligned as we pointed out in our predictions. Um, I think Jordan is going to just be disappointed that he doesn't have any offers. And so
Ooh.
that'll be his storyline.
Oh, you think
Um,
that's coming already? Oh yeah, because he's gonna
I think
revisit
so.
stuff.
I
Yeah,
think
he's
so. Yeah,
revisiting
because
something.
I think that he again it's sort of flashback to season 1, but but make it a little bit more mature, right? Where he was just like, I want to be great, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so we're gonna revisit that in like the terms of like college and getting prepped for that and all that. And I think that the Crenshaw and Beverly Championship thing is going to come back up at some point.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know if
'cause
it's
they
this
get their
episode
ring.
or right. I don't know if it's this episode or the next.
Speaking of which, I appreciate Liv telling Jordan that y'all lost.
Right.
Thank
Because
you.
they did.
Yeah,
Because
you
they
lost.
did.
Yes.
Yes, audience, I did go back and see after I recorded that. And I missed what was on Billy's tablet at first, but Chris very obviously broke the plane.
Yes, he did. I wanted to contact a fictional high school association for them not measuring where he
Do you think
landed.
it's going to be a bribe situation?
Nah, it's not gonna be a bribe situation. That'd be too much like right. It'll be just the refs missed the call.
Yeah, I think it's just yeah, refs miss calls all the in the National Football League. Refs
Yeah,
miss calls,
they do.
so yeah. it could be just refs
But I
missing
would have
calls.
loved it if it was a bribe situation and Beverly bribed somebody. Ooh, that'd be a scandal for the business right there.
Right, right. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be a bribe. I think
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
refs,
I just
refs
think they missed the
missing
call.
calls.
That's why I want to
And
turn
that
them
there's
into
no
the
replay
yeah.
ability there.
That's why
It's
I
going to
want
be
to
the
turn them into
competition.
the fictional high school association because they didn't measure it. Yep,
Right,
yep,
right.
yep.
Well,
I had a good time.
I also had a good time. I was going to end on this.
Yes,
We'll see if my previous prediction of, um, I think I said it's going to be 3 episodes before there's like a prominent
I
Jordan and
cannot.
Layla moment.
I cannot. I
And
cannot.
so we'll see if that holds up. We've passed 1 episode and they didn't really interact. It was more in the background. So we'll see if that theory holds true.
I
Chanel made me stick to 3 episodes because I tried to stay around it. She was like, "Nope, you said three, stick to
you,
three." So we'll
you have
see.
to stick to three.
We'll see. I still think it's like around 3, but we'll see if it actually is 3.
Mm.
But one
What
down,
if
two
they
two more
have
to
their
go.
prominent moment and Simone just comes up right up in the middle of it, messy? That'd be so great.
I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think that this season will be getting like anything that's like major between them.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I
Um,
gave them like 4.5, maybe 5 is when you get them. Good.
right, right,
Yeah, I
right.
agree.
So I think, yeah, I'm sure that like Simone will come, but I don't think it's good. I don't know. I don't even know if they need Simone to come, right? Because I
No,
don't
they
like.
don't.
No one is even checking for them together at this point. They're not even checking for them
I'm
together
not
at
even
this point.
checking for Jordan, period. I'm trying to get rid of
Exactly.
him out the house.
Exactly.
I want
Exactly.
him out the
So if
house.
anything, I think it'll just be like separately moving slash like getting closer.
I'm serious. Whoever wants Jordan can have him. I'm giving up a Baker twin.
Yeah. Well, I hope that the audience you enjoyed my clowning tonight. I know I was doing the most, and hey, that's fine.
I hope you enjoyed me too, because if not, I'm sorry. I am always me, and you follow me, y'all know I'm foolish. So it
Right,
is what it
right.
is.
I feel like if you've listened to this podcast enough, you know my general thoughts. So there you go. There you go. It's you get what you get. You get what you get on this
Yes,
podcast.
we do appreciate it though. Anybody who listens to us, thank y'all very much. We
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah. Super, super appreciative. And congratulations to you, Monda, for getting
For what?
200 followers on Twitter.
I still can't believe that.
That's amazing. You always, I'm so glad I get to give you this props on the podcast. So congratulations to you.
Thank
Um,
you, thank you.
And yeah, thanks for the support. And let us know who you because we have our own viewpoints.
Yes.
At the top, Manda was telling me that somebody accused us of like brainwashing them. I never want this show to be a brainwashing show. So, so
They
if you have any suggestions for someone who you know has a different viewpoint than I do, hit me up.
mhm.
Leave it in the comments. Leave it in my little uh, Google
No,
Forms
no.
situation.
That individual wasn't talking about a brainwashing of the fact that we ourselves brainwashed. Is the fact that once we start speaking, that individual and she know who she is like, huh? Wanda and Lexi are right. Shocker.
No, I love it, but I developed the podcast so that we could have different
Yeah,
viewpoints.
very much so.
So I'm all about bringing some different viewpoints on the show. So that was just more of a segue to a general.
Yes.
If you want to see anybody on the show,
And
uh,
if for some reason,
let me
because a
know.
couple people want to say they want to go up against me, I don't think y'all think I argue. I really
Go up
don't.
against you.
Yes. Yeah,
Fight
but I want to
situation.
go
I
up
don't know.
against you. Why?
Okay.
Because I just say what I say. I'm not in an
Yikes. Go
argument.
up against you.
But you know they like to come at me in Twitterverse
This
and
is true.
Twitter
This
and
is true.
everything else. But it's
This is
fun because
true.
I appreciate y'all. I gave y'all a thank you on Twitter and Twitterverse yesterday. So I
Right,
appreciate all of
right.
it.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, so thanks again and see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Film Study, an All American podcast, and stay tuned for the next episode.